ADA, we start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if we refer to our analysis, we have been looking for buy from here, and we have been looking to see the, because I mentioned we want to see the breakout of 1.51 following by 1.66. This is, we have been looking for the breakout of this zone. Okay, that's why I mentioned with the breakout of 1.51, any flag or correction, we can take the trade, and this is where we could look for the next trade. But we have been looking for the 1.66, and the weekend, as we can see, the price even break and even retest the 1.9. It's moved more than what we expected. Okay, anyway, no one see what's the next, and for we don't need these lines anymore. For those traders, they are keeping the trade from here, exactly from here, because we mentioned how we can look for trade, at least move the stop loss to break even. Because if we move to forward chart, even if we want to look at this one as a correction, if there is the price cannot reverse in the short time, we can expect even the price drop to 1.56. That's why we want to see whether the price we can get the reversal, or that's mean, as I mentioned, we want to see the reversal in the short time. If the price consolidate here for longer time, made the price even we can expect even the price drop as deep as 1.56. That's why whoever get the trade from here, or it depends where they get, at least move their stop loss to break even or book some profit. Okay, now we move to daily chart. Mostly, I mean, most of the chart, they have a similar movement, because if we put the line here, as we can see, the price couldn't break the previous stop, the price tag, and no one see what's the next, whether we can get the deeper daily correction, or even based on lower time frame than the 4 hour or 1 hour correction for continuation, or we can expect this one turn to a more complex correction. That's why we need, if you want to look for buy, as long as the price haven't break 1.9, we need to be quite careful, because still technically we can put this one as a flat. If this one turned to a flat in relative to the first move, if the price give us one more drop, simply the price can retest one before we get the reversal. This is how we can look at the chart in terms of the technical analysis. It doesn't mean we have to get this. The only thing is, as long as the price haven't break 1.9, we need to be quite careful about this possibility. That's why if we want to buy at the top without the breakout of 1.9, we need to have a proper management. At least we should know where is our stop loss. Okay, and right now we don't see, I mean, based on daily chart, we don't see any correction. That's mean we cannot consider this one as a correction unless we refer to the lower time frame. And if we move to forward chart, we cannot put this one in relative to any of this correction. Okay, that's why we look at this part separately, and right now we want to see whether we can look at this one in relative to this. And the only thing is we want to see the breakout of 1.9. That's when if we get the reversal, we can take the trade. But as long as the price haven't break 1.9, we are not going to keep the trade for long term. At least if we want to keep the trade, I mean, when I say we are not going to keep the trade for long term, it means if we can move our stop loss to break even, we just move and let it go. If not, at least if we see it's not moving, we shouldn't keep the, I mean, we should take out the trade, because if the price can break 1.9, either we get this one turn to a more complex correction as a flat, or this one turn to a deeper correction. Okay, but right now we don't see any information for the reversal. The only thing is, since we had this sharp move, we want to see whether we can consider this one as a correction. And that's mean we, if, as I mentioned, we want to see the reversal with the breakout of 1.9 as a sharp. If not, then we need to be quite careful if we want to look for buy from here. And even based on 1 hour chart, we can look at this one as an internal flat, as a first correction and the last. But right now, we don't see any information from the indicators. And the only way to look for trade, because for the other charts, as I mentioned, most of them, they have a similar movement. Any reversal as a sharp move flag, we can take the trade, or maybe similar to what we get here. But we should know that if we want to look for trade as a reversal, as a sharp move flag, we should know where is our stop loss. We are not going to look for the trade without having the stop loss at this stage, as long as the price haven't break 1.9. Okay, that's mean if you get the reversal with a sharp move flag, we can take the trade, at least move our stop loss somewhere around 1.65. If there is a continuation with the breakout of 1.9, then we can move our stop loss to break even, or we see what's the next. Anyway, right now we don't see any I mean, we don't have any trade setup, and right now we're looking at this correction, and still we can look for buy. But I mentioned the way we can look, I mean, how we can look for buy. And in the bigger picture, as I mentioned, if the price cannot break 1.9, we need to be quite careful, as what I explained based on daily chart. Anyway, we move to I mean, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.